Hello, fellow journey runners. Today is week 5, day 1, and it's Monday, which means it's a rest day. And today I thought we'd talk about nutrition as it relates to running. I'm going to keep this simple, and I'm going to tell you what works for me. And this leads to my first point. There are so many different diets out there, and I believe that nutrition is a journey in of its own. I can confidently take you through running as a coach specialist, but when it comes to nutrition, I believe you should have your own specialist coach in that area. In my opinion, specialists are the key to becoming the best you. In this world, there are so many different changes, so much information, and so many new discoveries coming at us every single day. Different opinions, different facts seem to change, that it's almost impossible to know everything about everything. So in this video, I'm going to go over what I believe generally works, but from there it should be a starting point that you can take on your own journey when it comes to nutrition and how it relates to your running and your performance in life. My first tip is I believe that people should eat 4 to 5 times a day. I like to eat a breakfast, a mid-morning snack, a lunch, a mid-afternoon snack, and dinner. Eating this many times in a day usually keeps my energy even and not always spiking or crashing. It just keeps it nice and smooth. When it comes to portion sizes, however, my lunch is my biggest sized meal of the day. So I don't eat big portions on the other ends. I do occasionally, but generally speaking, lunch is my biggest meal of the day. Depending on when I eat my lunch, I may skip my mid-afternoon snack. I've said it before, I typically like to eat between 1 to 2 hours for my run. Anything less than that, I usually have a bad experience when I go running. The typical thing that I eat before I go for a run, it would either be a handful of trail mix or possibly 2 mini cinnamon raisin bagels with a banana, or maybe just the 2 cinnamon raisin bagels. And I eat them plain, non-toasted. It's just typically what works for me. I usually down a packet of goo right before I run, but that's typically when I have to run a long time, like say an hour or more, or right before a race. If I am super hungry, I will eat more after my run. I usually like to eat to the point where I'm not hungry anymore, but not super stuffed either. I just like that nice feeling. And if I don't, I will become hangry. So I usually, after my run, I will eat till I do not feel full anymore. So that's when I typically may eat a bigger portion size, depending on how my run went and the energy that I consumed and how hungry I feel. During the week, I try to stay away from super fatty, greasy foods. However, I'm not so strict that I won't eat those during the week, but typically I'll do that on the weekend. I do like to eat, but I do not like to stress overeating. However, once I get into training, I usually don't want my performance to dwindle. And being able to be on my peak performance and perform at my best, I typically try to eat healthy throughout the week. Although I have to admit, on Saturdays, which is typically my rest days, I will do a cheat day. I believe that if you have proper nutrition, drink enough water, and get the right amount of sleep, you'll be able to stay healthy, stay at peak performance, and be mentally prepared to go out there every day. Another resource is I talked about the Triathlete's Training Bible by Joe Friel. I have the link in the description below. He has a great section on there for endurance athletes on nutrition, another great resource, I believe. So use that, use the guidelines I gave you as a good starting point on your journey, and I hope it goes well. Let me know how it goes for you. Just leave a comment below. I'd really like to see how your journey's going, not only in running, but in other aspects of your life that relates to performance. So I hope you enjoy your rest day, and I'll see you tomorrow. We'll be doing our walk run.